What is up, Summoners? With the preseason concluded and Season 11 just about to begin, I'm here to start off by wishing you guys the best of luck in your games. Now, I'm sure some of us who have been playing still feel like the game is a little bit rough around the edges, and rightfully so. Riot has just let us know about their developers' thoughts and, well, the changes that they're going to have in mind for the upcoming few patches. Real quick though, make sure you join our Discord and sub to our channel because we're doing a giveaway. And you guys definitely do not want to miss that out and definitely want to check that out. Now, let's go ahead and jump right into it.
First up, let's quickly run through the recent changes that Riot feels satisfied with. The last few patches have addressed specific issues, and I think we can all agree that whether or not they completely fix them, that they were at least changes that we wanted to see. Burst items was reduced this patch, namely they were Duskblade, Prowler's Claw, Hextech Rocket Belt, Night Harvester, Trinity Force, Scourge-Drinker, and Stridebreaker. We saw positions and role getting balanced, mid lane siege minions had the gold payout reduced by 10 for the first 14 minutes of the game, and extreme outlier champions and items received fixes. Stuff like Ginsu's Rageblade on Yasuo and Yone comes to mind. Support mythic items have been placed at reasonable price points, and I think this one just kind of speaks for itself. Now, let's talk about the upcoming changes. Kicking it off are changes I think that we're all happy to talk about and know about, well, except for maybe tank players. Oops. Tank mythic items are currently feeling extremely unsatisfying in terms of variety as well as how much you're being rewarded for making what's supposed to be an intelligent choice. It's pretty obvious that you want to run Sunfire Aegis in majority of the games because it's simply the safest and most reliable option. Turbo Chem Tank when purchased is often just a niche purchase for certain champions that need the extra movement speed. Some supports and very specific champions prefer it because they rely on mobility. That isn't the main goal here. We want players to make specific purchases because they make sense in specific games. The mythic items should be balanced in a way that more champions can effectively use them as long as the game calls for them. Frostfire Gauntlet is in a similar boat where not enough players are finding value from its active, thus we don't really see that item nearly as often as we see Sunfire Aegis being purchased. So, what will Riot do specifically? We'll have to wait and see, but I like to guess that the stats might get changed a bit, making Sunfire Cape a less flexible option, but the other two might be becoming better ones. Turbo Chem Tank provides a better stat line against magic damage, while Frostfire Gauntlet is better suited for dealing with physical. I think equalizing stats across the tank mythic item should allow more flexibility for players at the very least. If not, I would just expect these two items to get a small buff while Sunfire Aegis gets a small nerf. Next up are the support item options. The new item system this season is supposed to offer a deep, never-ending choice of items to choose from. Currently, it doesn't really feel that way for supports. The meta just seems a little bit too established in terms of builds, and thus, there isn't room for change. You pick up your mythic item, most notably Imperial Mandate if your champion is good with it. Then you just pick up a couple of specific items based on whether you're an enchanter or an engaged support. Enchanters just go for Ardent Censer and maybe even Staff of Flowing Water, with the potential option of Redemption or Mercales based on what you need. Engaged support picks up their mythic, build Zeeks and then Knight's Vow, and then call it a day. Unfortunately, these builds look essentially the same as we saw last season. The newly added Chemtech Putrefier is rarely purchased, for example. We should expect some balance changes to support items as a whole in the coming patches to address this. Some nerfs to extremely popular items with some buffs elsewhere should hopefully get the job done. Maybe we'll even see some other items that aren't typically built on supports changed a bit, having their stats and costs reduced significantly to be more viable purchase on supports. Another big issue that's come up is Essence Reverb. Certain champions used to rely on this item as an alternative item to replacing Infinity Edge or a first item to build that would also include IE later. It got some big changes this season, most notably the AD on it lowered and the Spellblade effect added. Not everybody benefits as much from that Spellblade active, and thus, some champions like Xayah and with long cooldowns got the short end of the stick. What changes can we expect for this item? Will it be reverted, or will Riot come up with a more creative solution for fixing this item? What do you guys think this item needs? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Healing, and more healing. That's something a lot of us hate having to deal with. While healing reduction is more accessible now, the presence of Ravenous Hunter has provided some easy access to healing for everyone. Even by purchasing Doran's Blade now, you can even access Omnivan. Expect universal healing to receive some nerfs soon. On that same note of healing, certain champions like Olaf and Aatrox have been a little bit problematic. With their healing amplifications, they are clear winners of the survive at 1 HP for as long as possible game, even more so than Tryndamere. Although in practice, they somehow actually managed to get close to full from the brink of death, maybe just by pressing Scourge-Drinker once. They're quite OP right now, so I expect these champions to specifically receive some nerfs or systematic changes soon. Finally, we got some good news for you guys who made champions that feel weak right now. Namely, Shaco, Senna, Shyvana, Singed, Veigar, Dr. Mundo, and Soraka have been underperforming and are being looked into as we speak. It's quite frustrating right now, I know. But I know that Riot is aware and they're working on it. Riot is also working on a small champion reworks for later patches. Please, fix Udyr. Honestly though, they're not even giving him some love and they probably won't. I'm sure all of us could kind of relate to this. Just me? Okay. This is mainly because I'm sure that they're working on a big update for him. Nevertheless, this is exciting news as we gather more information about which champions they're specifically talking about, and you can count on us to let you know.
That will wrap up this quick update about what's to come. Thank you guys so much for watching, as we always appreciate your support. Good luck out there on Summoner's Rift, and one last thing, stay safe, stay healthy, and have a wonderful day. Peace.